Hey guys, it's Seda. I promised you a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I'm not really sure. I did promise you guys a wig tutorial, so here it is. So what you will need first is you'll need a punky wig in color 1B Red TL, and it looks like here, I guess I'll show you. It looks kind of like this. The red is brighter on the tips than it is like up near the scalp area. And you will also need scissors, a comb. These are important. And got to be, I don't actually know if we use this one, but I think this will work too for spiking the edges. And you will also need got to be glued, blasting freeze spray. You could probably use something else, but that's just what we use because everyone else uses it, and we like to, yeah, go with the flow. Also, you'll need a wig head. Most of you guys know where you can find those. Oh, and the last thing that you'll need is a wig cap, and I use this to pull back my hair, like, you know, put it on, and then it's just easier that way. And I think it's easier if you have longer hair, because I had longer hair for a while, and this is what I used to keep it out of my face, and it was just a lot easier. It's just like a hairband of some kind. So those are the stuff you will need. I recommend, because my wig wasn't styled on a wig head, my girlfriend actually styled it to my head, so we knew where the spikes were going and it wouldn't look awkward. If you don't have that kind of privilege, which I was really lucky to have, you should try on the wig frequently after a couple spikes and make sure that they're in place, because I know that I've styled wigs before on a wig head without trying it on at all, and when I put it on my head it looked really awkward and I was really upset. So that's just advice. You don't have to do it. If you're comfortable enough in knowing that it won't look weird, then you can do it. I just would rather try them on. Oh, I forgot. You also need a hair dryer. I got this at Goodwill for $2, so it doesn't really matter like what kind of hair dryer it is, just as long as it has like a cool button or like a low button for heat, because you don't want to like melt your wig. And plus, a hair dryer will save you tons and tons of time waiting for your spikes to dry, and it won't burn it as long as you're careful and you know what you're doing, and you don't put it on a high setting, you put it on a low setting. First thing is first. So you see I did the widow's peak. See how that is? Sorry, I'm going off my TV, so if I'm looking up, I'm making sure it's on camera. Actually, he's a little frumpled right now. Hold on. Okay. So I don't know if I should put this on or not, but so this is the widow's peak part. It's not really like, some people do it more like, mine isn't as narrow, I guess. It's more relaxed, and as you can see, oops, sorry, I'm going up my TV. So the sides also, because the sides, like this whole part right here is actually another wig, and so is this part, and then the other side. So what we did is we had two punky wigs. I bought two of them in the same color. We took one punky wig and no wait, okay, hold on, I'm gonna cut something out actually, and I will show you guys. Okay, so sorry, I'm looking up. So what I did was I took like a piece of paper, just a regular piece of paper, and what I did was I put it on like this. Okay, no, okay. Back up. Okay. I should have written this out better. I took the stuff you put on your eyeliner. I took that and I traced where I wanted my widow's peak to be and how far down I wanted it to go. And then I took a piece of paper. Pretend this is a huge piece of paper, like a regular one. And I put it and I smashed it against me, like, so I could get the outline of where I did it. And then I just cut it out. And okay, pretend I cut this out because I have, you know, I did that. And so then I made sure it was like, you know, where I wanted it and stuff. And I saved that. And I cut out other pieces, the two like right here. And I did the same thing for that. And then we took one of the punky wigs that we were gonna cut up, and we pinned the pieces of paper like on the front of the punky wig, you know, where the widow's peak would be. We pinned those, and then I just cut it out. That is literally all I did. I cut it out. I knew that there was gonna be some hair missing from it, because when I got done I was like, oh shit, there's no hair on this, now what? And I was like, okay, no wait, I can just cut out wefts from the back of the punky wig that I just cut. So what I did is I took I like flipped it inside out, or I can't remember what I did, but I just moved all the hair out of the way. I cut out one strip of like a weft. It's really easy to do. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure, you know, you don't do it sloppily. And then I measured how long it was to the punky, the widow's peak that I cut out. And then I just cut those. And then what we did was we sewed it underneath like where all the net would be, where the netting would be on the wig. We sewed that. And then when you would flip it over, like, where'd it go? So, okay, hold on. I don't have a pencil or anything. Okay, so see this line? Does anyone see it? Okay, that's the back of the wig. Okay, this is the front of the widow's peak that I just cut out. Sorry, I keep messing up my words. So what we did is we sewed because this is going to be on the wig, so you don't care about that. So what I did was I sewed it on here, like just along, and then so this is like the hair, and so then when you like flipped it over, the hair would be like this. And so I did it again with this side, and there's like an awkward little chunk right here, so I just cut out a littler piece and I put it right along here, and then it was full again and you didn't even notice. I don't know if I can actually, maybe I can show you on this if I can find the pin. Okay, so oh, it looks like a black abyss on my, hopefully it will not look like a black abyss when I'm done with this, because it does on my TV. So like I sewed right along there, if you guys can see that at all. I don't know if it's gonna be blurry or not, but that is what I did. And I didn't sew it. I just cut them out. I tried to sew some of them, but mostly it was my girlfriend and my roommate that helped me, so I thank them a lot. I did the same, basically the same for the sides. I continued cutting out from the top of the wig, like underneath. I don't know why I wasn't doing this before. Anyway, like right here. And I just cut out again the little piece of paper, and then we sewed. I just repeated the process of cutting out a weft, and then we sewed it, and then we sewed it onto the other punky wig.